Let's go across the pond in this episode of The Sully Show. But I'm not talking about the pond to the east. No, I'm talking about the pond to the west. We are going over to Japan and trying some Japanese whiskey. Let's get into it. So today we have this right here. Alright, some good old Suntory whiskey. Toki. Okay? Probably didn't pronounce that right, okay, because I don't speak Japanese. I don't know how to pronounce Japanese words, but that's what we have right here. It is $40 a bottle on average at 86 proof, 43% alcohol. My buddy gave me some to try. I've tried it once, but it was a little bit ago, so we're gonna try it again for y'all. And we're going to see how it is. This is a blended whiskey, as most Japanese whiskeys are. It says, a vivid blend of carefully selected Japanese whiskeys. Silky with a subtly sweet and spicy finish. So it's supposed to be a little sweet, a little spicy, you know? It's like sweet and sour chicken, almost, I guess, in drink form. Probably not quite. Probably totally different. But there's only one way to find out. Let's give it a shot. First thing, I gotta say, already getting points taken off because I don't have a cork. I'm sorry, you know? If you don't have a cork, you're just not good. It's no bueno. Let's pour this up. I saw something. You might be able to see there. It's a very, very light color. Okay, you know, a lot of bourbon and American whiskeys are typically dark colored. Irish and Scotches are generally more on the light side of the coloring spectrum. This seems to be even lighter than that. This is almost like a white wine color to it. So very interesting there. Let's go ahead and give it a little sniff. It does smell pretty sweet. It really does. Other than that, it doesn't really smell like a whole lot. You can kind of smell a little sweetness in there, smell a little typical whiskey smell in there, but really doesn't have that strong of a smell. Alright, well, let's go ahead and take ourselves a sip. Very, very ethanol-y. You can really, really feel the burn. It's very overpowering, but then that goes away and you get these flavors, okay? And they're pretty bad flavors, alright? It's not very enjoyable right now. I like it burned, it was flavorful, and now it's kind of starting to burn again all the way down my chesticles region of my organs and everything. Whatever's down that way. But the flavors, when they were there, they were very unpleasant. But let's see if we can detect those flavors. It tastes like scotch, honestly. Just a lot of weird peat, smoky, wet wood kind of thing going on here. It is, if you haven't watched my previous video on different types of whiskey, go ahead and go check that out after this video, because it'll probably explain a little bit why this tastes like scotch. But I'll give you a quick synopsis. Basically, Japanese whiskey, for the most part, is normally just scotch imported to Japan, mixed, called Japanese whiskey, and then sold as Japanese whiskey. And the Japanese whiskey that's actually made in Japan is pretty much just scotch made in Japan. The two are very, very similar. So it makes sense why this would taste like scotch. But if you're not a scotch guy, you're not going to be a Japanese whiskey. I'll tell you that right now, and I'll save you some money. And if you've been, watching some of my videos, you probably know by now I am not a scotch guy. As you can tell from my don't recommend board, Johnny Walker Blue Label. Scotch. Don't recommend it. I guess that's it that I have up there. I tried the red label too. Also, do not recommend it. Okay, and this is also going to be a do not recommend. I think. Let me not get ahead of myself though. Oh, that's so bad. Wow. Before I have to drink too much more of this, let's go ahead and put on some ice, get it cooled down, and hope that it can be a saving grace. We'll be right back with you. We have our Japanese whiskey on some ice now. I added a little bit more ice than I typically do, just hoping that something would be able to save this stuff. Let's give it a shot. so bad. Yep, nope. Nope, can't save it. Even on ice. It's almost worse but better on ice, depending on how you like, I guess. Because the burn's gone. Now, you know, typical, you know, no more feeling, you know, no more burn, no more bite, nothing like that. But that means that those flavors are able to come through more powerfully, they last longer, they're more enhanced. And that's not really a good thing either, because it's not good flavors, you know? It's like more wet, smoky wood. I should just stop while they're behind, before they keep getting behind. This is very bad. The Johnny Walker Blue Label was probably worse, just because it was so much more expensive. But other than that, I mean, like I said, it's very similar to Scotch. It really is. In my opinion, in my honest, highly sought after, very humble opinion and everything like that, not that good. Do not recommend it for sure. I think we're going to give this one neat, one on ice. Okay, total of 2 out of 10. And the reason it's getting that is because it still has alcohol in it. Okay, and at least it'll get you, you know, that feeling that you're after if you really need it. But you could do way better. Okay, so 2 out of 10. Highly do not recommend. You can do better, for sure. But other than that, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. Subscribe, comment, like this video, and keep watching. Cheers.